Bitcoin. We're back with a new video for our beloved Bitcoin. So today we had the PPI numbers. It's well above expectations. It's 6% higher than forecasted. So now we're seeing some reaction for Bitcoin. Bitcoin, as I said in my previous video, all of that could be a false breakout. Like you could have a false breakout with one candle or a multi-candle false breakout. The confirmation for me for it to be a false breakout is that we're losing that level and we lose the bands. So if we lost 78,500, let's say, give or take, that means it was a fake out because that's a market structure break for me. Considering this thing is a trend, but I don't believe it's a trend anyway. But let's say the sloppiness, all of this slopping upwards is a trend. So let's just put it that way and ignore everything I wanted to say. That's a market structure break if we lose that level. Let's just hide these things for a bit. Let's just hide all of that so you guys could understand what I'm talking about. So here we are, Bitcoin daily chart. So here, this thing, this level is very important, and this level is very important as well, let alone the two bands here that you see, the 11 MA and 21 MA. So we're losing this level and we're losing the bands at the same time. If you remember, where is that? If you remember the structural level here, we're actually losing it as well. So that was the solid resistance, and I told you guys it should be flipped into support. So it was indeed flipped into support, but it didn't last that long, did it? So here, flipped as support, and then bond, and then give us a little bit of good cat bonus, let's say, higher, a shallow one. It's a shallow bonus, but whatever. And then we made a market structure break in here. This is considered a market structure break, by the way. And this one will be like the confirmation for me to enter any short. So losing the bands, losing that level, that's completely crazy. I don't think this is a really uptrend, but we'll see. We'll see. So far, it looks like a fake out, as I said in the previous video. The thing that's going to confirm it that it is a false breakout is that we're gonna lose the bands. If we lose the bands, that's absolutely false breakout. If we lose that level, this is a false breakout. Actually, it's another confirmation for me. And I think we should find support at 76. We should start at that area. So from that area, if we're meant to follow that the thesis that says that it's going to be a false breakout, that means our next stop is that level here that you see. Okay, so Bitcoin, if it couldn't close the daily above the bands and above the solid resistance 79 320, if it couldn't do that, that means it's a false breakout. Multi-candle false breakout. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So pretty normal. You could have multi-candle false breakout. Okay. So this is the thing that I wanted to say. Pay attention. Pay attention for today's daily close because it's gonna matter a lot to see if we're officially lost the bands or we haven't lost it. Okay, beside that structural, this structural level for me that I'm looking for. And what you want to see for it to be confirmed false breakout, beside what I said, if it hasn't closed below the bands, is that it rejects this area and compress here. If it keeps rejecting the solid resistance, the 79 320 structural level on the daily, and we flipped it into resistance again, and we tried to range or tried to break it, we couldn't like this, just be prepared for an impulse lower to that level, to that level here. This is what's going to happen if the bearish thesis played out. However, the bullish scenario for Bitcoin, the bullish scenario is that we hold the bands and we have a daily close above, and then we consolidate here. That's the bullish scenario. So if the daily candle retraced all of this red candle and closed above the solid resistance structural level, that means we should cool off a little bit, compress, so we could have another leg higher. But, as I said again, it depends on today's daily close. Okay? This is what matters now. Today's daily close is going to tell us a lot. So, I'm going to be waiting for it and I'm going to keep y'all updated. However, let's look at something on the 4-hour chart as well. Oh yeah, that doesn't look good. That really doesn't look good. You see, if you look at this, you see how easy for us to go lower. Like the effort versus result. You see, when we go higher, how many candles we need, and then we engulf it with one, three, two. You see how many candles we need to push higher, and how many candles we need to impulse lower, just by looking at that. Let alone we lost the bands, we lost the 50 EMA, we lost even the 100 EMA on the 4-hour chart. So I don't know. It doesn't look good for me, but okay. We're waiting for the daily close. I still believe this could be a false breakout. To be honest, like this sloppiness. Look how it looks like. It doesn't look like a trend. Like it's so shallow. As I said, it's so shallow. Yes, it's a steady higher, steady higher, steady higher, and it looks good by hindsight. However, if you get out of the hindsight, you could tell this could be a false breakout because once we've broken out of the structural level here, you see the break, we had three shallow candles, there's no impulse. As I said in my previous video, if you're ranging for a very long time and after the range you've been ranging, and you finally coming into resistance initially, of course you might reject it initially, but then you should impulse through it. Where's the impulse through the resistance? I barely see any impulse. All what I see is a multi-candle false breakout, depending on today's daily close. So if we close today like this at the current level, very high likely false breakout. So I'm monitoring, I'm looking at the situation and I'm monitoring the price action, and let's see how it turns out to be. But so far, doesn't look good, especially compared to stocks. Stocks kept going higher, even the PPI number was very bad. So that means Bitcoin is weaker than stocks, and it's been weaker than stocks for a very long time for now. So let's see how it plays out for Bitcoin. This is a quick update, and in the next video, after daily close, if there's anything needed to be updated, I'll update y'all. I'll keep you updated, and we'll see whether it's going to be a false breakout or it's just a little higher low before we continue to the moon. Let's see. Thanks for watching.